Welcome back to another episode of Active Everyday Discussion. Today I want to talk about the differences and importance of having multiple ways to train our body. We're a pretty dynamic structure. How we're designed with our bones, our muscles, how our brain functions, and even through our personalities, our interests, things we don't like, our tolerance to discomfort or stress. We are a diverse and complex, multifaceted individual. When we think about our exercise, it needs to be the same. We need to have inputs that come from lots of different variations of stress. And ultimately, exercise is a form of stress. And we benefit from forms of stress. Some stress is good and too much stress is bad, but there's a balance in here. There's a middle ground where we're stimulated by stress and our body adapts and changes to stress. So with that idea in mind, it's important to continue as we age to show ourselves different forms of stress, different types of challenges that we have to physically overcome and challenges that we have to cognitively overcome. So here are a few examples, and maybe you fit into some of these categories. Maybe some of these things relate to you. Can you juggle? When I work with clients, I often give them challenging tasks that require them to juggle. And I don't mean I'm in the circus, 5, 6, 7, 8 objects all up in the air, high and fast. Just the simple act of holding one ball and tossing it in the air and catching it in the other hand is juggling. There is a scale of how complicated and sophisticated juggling can become, but if we dwindle it down to the most basic principles and ideas around juggling, body awareness, spatial awareness, hand-eye coordination, reaction time, decision-making, sensitivity and feel, they're all rooted in the most simplest forms of juggling, tossing a ball in the air and catching it. Maybe we try 2 balls, maybe we do try 3, maybe we do progress with challenge, but the act of juggling. Strength training. Do we do body weight exercises? Do we squat? Do we do push-ups? Do we do pull-ups? Or do we pick up weights? Do we use dumbbells? Do we use kettlebells? Do we use cables? Do we use isolation machines? There's lots of variations of strength training that we could utilize. And they all have little differences in how they feel, how they present, if they're easier, if they're harder. And a lot of those are opinions. Those are subjective. They are interpretations. Do we do cardio types of exercise? Are we a runner? Are we a cyclist? Are we a swimmer? Lots of different variations of cardiovascular activities that we can do, steady state types of cardiovascular activities that we do for long durations of time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, several hours. Are we a Pilates person? Are we a yoga person? Are we a pickleball person? Are we a golf person? So there's lots of different variations of activity that bring different types of stress onto the body. Why do we do those activities? Maybe we do those activities because we have a belief system that we learned on our own. We were taught, we read, we heard, we were influenced. Maybe we do these activities because we just generally find them to be enjoyable. Maybe we do these activities because our peer group does them and we want to spend time with our peer group. So there are lots of reasons that we do these activities. We believe it will be beneficial. We have practiced and we have felt the benefit. We enjoy or don't enjoy. Some of us recognize that the things that we don't enjoy might actually still be beneficial, so we do them also. So to bring this conversation into a summarized point, it's very important to be doing things that are diverse. If we're not practicing something hand-eye coordination, we should. If we're not doing cardiovascular activity that lasts for 20, 30, 40 minutes, we should. If we're not picking up forms of resistance weights, we should. If we're not spending time doing a slower, more methodical movement quality style practice like Pilates or yoga, we should. And if we don't have some sort of hobby, some sport hobby, some activity that we incorporate that brings lots of different challenges into our body and gives us the opportunity to have a peer group that we share with, that we experience the highs and lows with, that we can recognize some people are better than I am, I'm better than other people, we can lift each other up, we can build, and we can work together, we should. Because all of these are expressions of fitness, and all these are expressions of that complexity that help us with stress inputs. Active everyday discussion. If you relate to the ideas, you relate to the video, if you got some input, leave a comment, let us know what you're thinking. We'll see you next time.